Testing out second test on this recorder. I'm learning to see how this works. Want to see how this works? All right. See what else. Oh, I'm beginning to figure this out. It's amazing. Let's see if I could play a YouTube video. Let me see if I could do a YouTube video here. It's just amazing. All right. Okay. Let's see this influence guy. Sean from Think Media. There it goes right there. To influence. Learn how to start and grow a high impact and high profit YouTube in 2020. Okay, I don't want to spend that much money right now. All right, let's go to another video. How about, what's this lady saying?
If you've been suffering with shiny object syndrome, which means you bounce from one business idea to the other, never really truly committing or finding anything that you can really sink your teeth into, then I have something very...
Okay, here's an app.
Okay, 30 minutes, light and cardio. I think I'm ready. Now it's day 2, we're going to do fasted cardio. I've got my heart rate monitor on and I'm ready to go.
Well, as far as the heart rate monitor, I just want to say that I'm not into that. For many years ago, I did it. It was kind of awkward, and I find I don't really need it. I just go slow. As far as cardio, I just want to get into the. As long as I go slow, it's in the fat burning mode. Zone, fat burning zone. I learned that because when you walk, you're in a fat burning zone. I learned that from Clarence Bass. And when you walk slowly, when you run slowly, you're like walking, so you're in the fat burning zone. In fact, Clarence Bass, the bodybuilder who's 80 years old, less than 10% body fat, he says walking is a pure fat burning, almost 100% pure fat burning exercise, walking. And he's not even talking about fast walk, he's just talking about just casual walk. So my thinking is if I run, it's the best of two worlds. I want to go a little faster to save time, but yet I'm still in the fat burning zone. So I don't need a heart monitor. I don't like that around my body anyway. And they're pretty expensive. So, okay, see what she has to say.
friends, welcome back to my channel. Okay, today we're going to talk about whether fasted or fed cardio makes a difference in terms of fat loss. I've heard this everywhere, online, people talking about it in the gym. Because people talked about it in the gym, I even tried it myself in the past. So I wanted to look at what the science, cut through. What does the science really say about whether or not you can lose more fat with fasted cardio? I just want to know. By the way, I'm not talking about intermittent fasting. I'm also not talking about improvements in performance. And I just want to look at it in terms of an overnight fast. So whether or not you have your breakfast before your cardio or you have your breakfast after your cardio. So if you like this video, give me a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, share this video with your friends, and we'll get straight into it. Okay, so what is the claim? The claim is that if you do fasted cardio, you're going to be using more fat for energy rather than carbohydrates. So over the long term, if you control for everything else, like the intensity of your workouts, the amount of calories you're eating, then you'll lose fat more effectively. So I was looking online to see where these claims were coming from, and there were two main mechanisms. So the first is down to lower insulin levels in a fasted state, and the second comes from lower glycogen levels because your muscle glycogen levels will deplete overnight. You have less carbs to fuel your body, therefore your body will turn to fat for energy utilization. So the first mechanism was that you have lower insulin levels in a fasted state. So let's look at how our bodies use fat for energy. There are two stages of burning fat essentially. So the first is lipolysis. Lipolysis happens in your adipocytes, which are your fat cells. So in your fat cells, we store fat in the form of triglycerides. The triglycerides are three fatty acids combined with a glycerol molecule. So the first process of breaking down fats is for fasted groups in fat loss. It just appears that you're going to lose fat at the same rate over the long term. Even though the studies that suggest there's no significant difference between doing fed or fasted cardio aren't necessarily the best quality, it's really important to note that there is very limited, if not any, studies that suggest that it is beneficial to do cardio fasted rather than fed. But there are still lots of claims. So there are claims that it could break down muscle, but it's really important to look at whatever they're saying and be like, hang on a sec, I ain't seen no clinical trials based on what you're saying. So always take things with a pinch of salt. Be wary of anyone saying that, oh, this works for me, therefore it's going to work for you. It's really hard to imply strict controls on ourselves. There's a huge placebo effect. It's also really hard to know whether maybe we were actually decreasing our calories and any losses in fat were due to low weight. Then don't eat before you train. Just go by how you feel. For me, exercise should always be enjoyed. I also take the view of being efficient when I train. So if I don't have enough energy, I can't put out my maximum, I have no output, and I don't enjoy it. So personal preference, I'm always going to eat. But if you're the other way around, then do it the other way around. But don't go putting yourself through fasted cardio if you don't like it because you think you're going to get better fat loss results, because from the science, there's no evidence that it gives any better fat loss results. So yeah, that's my conclusion. Okay, so that's my 30 minutes up fed cardio. I feel good. I ran 3.5 kilometers, I burnt 262 calories. Yeah, I felt like any other time when I would have run the same run. So yeah, I wasn't too drained. We'll just see how I fare tomorrow. Alright, so my 30 minutes fasted cardio is up. I feel absolutely drained, but I kept my intensity the same. I ran for the same amount of time. My heart rate was kind of the same. I burned the same amount of calories. Interestingly though, I finished here instead of up there, which is where I finished yesterday. But yeah, like I said in the science, it just depends how you feel. If you feel like you train better when you're fed, which is me, then just keep training when you're fed. The science doesn't really show that you burn any more or less fat. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. Please give me a big thumbs up if you did. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. Share it with your friends if you feel like they might be doing fasted cardio for the wrong reasons. And I love you guys. Okay, bye.
Basically, the conclusion is that her question on her video is fasted cardio better for fat loss, science explained. And so she's saying that the science does not support either way, that you burn the same calories and burn the same amount of fat before eating and after eating. And because of that, you just choose according to how you feel in your daily living. what is better for you. That's what she's saying. I think fasted state, when you work out in a fasted state, you will burn more fat because glycogen is emptied. When glycogen is emptied, it does not go to carbs. There's no carbs to burn, so it goes to the fat. If you're full of glycogen, then it goes to glycogen first, then it goes to the fat. So, but she said her science is not. So anyway, I have to keep looking. But when I read the research, that's why so many people get so much results, and they swear by it. So in addition to the science that I've read, there's a lot of anecdotal evidence of people losing a lot of body fat when they run in a fasted state. Well, that's my two-piece, but I'll keep looking at the literature. All right. Let's check this out. I'm just first time learning this thing, so